Hello everyone. It's nice to meet you all again. I see we have got a few people coming onto the meetings. This is our second update meeting. So first we had a few weeks back with Barry and also with the Sandwich guys a meeting about the project. Now we're going to have an update meeting from Barry on Sharkroll. As we can see, quite a lot of things happening on Sharkroll, and we want to give an update through Vesta, since Vesta was one of the launchpads that launched NFTs on the platform itself. So we successfully sold out over 100 NFTs, raised quite a bit of funds. So we have our investors here. Obviously, they're curious what's happening in the Sharkroll, what the team has achieved in the past few months, what are the upcoming changes, what has been added to Sharkroll, and in general, how we're doing. So Barry, could you tell us what are the new partner updates? Because people have been excited to wait how we're going to start driving traffic into Sharkroll to see some numbers coming up.
Yeah, so hi everyone, good morning. Hopefully you're all well. Great to be able to give you some exciting news from Sharkroll again. There's been so many things going on, it's hard to keep up, but I'll try and summarize it in the 30-minute slot that we've got. So basically, we did explain that we'd made a really important acquisition to the team. David was at Jewelbits and a number of different larger crypto and fiat casinos as head of affiliates. Due to me knowing him quite well and managing to twist his arm a little bit, we've got him now full-time working at Sharkroll, which is really exciting. Now, with that, allied to what me and the team did at the IGB trade show in London a few weeks back, we've managed to open up about 200 different lines of communications now with a host of affiliates and programmatic advertisers, paid for advertisers, etc., etc. So it's been a bit of a slog over the last few weeks, just basically separating the wheat from the chaff, as it were, if you understand what I mean. But we've now got, I would say, a very solid 20 to 25 really good acquisition partners now. We've done some deals with Casino Analyzer, who will be going live with tomorrow. We've got a company called Chippy.com that have got 35 SEO affiliate sites globally that we're going live with. There's a multitude of really, really good partners we're actually going live with. Now, it does take a little bit of time because what they do, I'm sure you've all seen these casino kind of ratings and rankings pages where they go on and say, right, number one is, X and Y, and they have to write a review on the site and what they think is good and what they think is bad, even though a lot of it's contrived because obviously we're paying them money to do that for us. But people do buy into these review sites, and just one of Chippy's sites, it got 834,000 views last month from one particular geo that we're focusing on. So because we've gone as Sharkroll would do, we're going for the premier package with these guys. We get access to all of their websites across all of their geos. We get a host of email and SMS campaigns through them. So we're literally opening up Sharkroll to a brand new audience across the main English-speaking geos on the globe. So that, if you take that as one with Chippy, we're doing it with loads of others as well. So you put all of that into a pot, and over the next 4 to 6 weeks, we should really start to see the traffic and gross gaming revenues for Sharkroll not only 2x, but I would say 10x. It's going to be a pretty busy time for us, even though it's August and obviously people are away and stuff. It's a good time to, build up to that big push come September through to December, which are historically been the busiest times for casinos and sportsbooks, which is great. So as far as branding and partnerships and stuff, we've been doing a really, really good job. The marketing team's working pretty much 24/7. I was on a call this morning at 6 a.m. with some of the guys talking about how we can really monetize some of these partnerships. So things are super exciting at the moment, and you know, you've got a really, really good team now looking at this on a hourly basis, not just daily.
Thank you, Barry. That sounds exciting. So, as I heard that Chippy is one of the biggest ones that you can manage in the whole industry to get on board, and Casino Analyzer as well. Um, do you can you run down like how actually these pages they driving traffic? So what they're providing on their site to move traffic to so users, players to Sharkroll?
Yeah, sure. So these guys have been going for a long time, and they are very proficient and professional at having pretty much locked down their SEO content throughout their site. So they've got hundreds of review pages across multiple different casinos that rank super, super high on Google. They don't pay for their traffic. It's all via SEO. So it would take us a huge amount of time um, to try and build a SEO ranking like those guys. So what we have to do, we have to pay for it, right? So we pay a listing fee to these guys, and they drive tons of traffic to get eyeballs on Sharkroll. This is not something we could achieve in a short space of time. It might take us 9 to 12 months to get there, and a huge amount of investment. We spoke to some SEO agents while we was at the show. They were quoting us anywhere between 10 to 25K a month just on an SEO program. And they couldn't promise us results because Google changes its algorithms, the way it actually searches for certain brand and search terms within Google. So these guys have been doing it a long time, and they've monetized the way they do it. And you know, why wouldn't we just utilize their professionalism when it comes to being able to get eyeballs on, you know, their multitude of really good affiliate sites.
Hmm. That's really good, actually. So we're gonna see some traffic coming in, which is good. And in August, I believe it's gonna be like a testing month, right, for Sharkle to see these affiliates how they're performing. Nice, that's really good.
Yeah.
In regards to the new features that they're coming in, could you give an update about the game providers, promotions
This,
that are going on, and any other features that has been going on Sharkle?
yeah, right. This is only half an hour call, right? This is not long enough because the guys, I must say, look, anyone's been on some of these calls before, they'll understand why I joined Sharkroll in the start, right? The team is awesome, and over these last 4 weeks, even 6 weeks, the changes we've made within the platform are just astronomical. We've built a lottery and a raffle product in like 4 weeks, and it is unbelievable. And this thing could cost 150, $200,000 to produce if you went externally, and it might take 3 to 6 months. And these guys have pulled it across the line in a matter of weeks. So literally, the list is very long. I'll try and highlight some of them for you. Basically, the main things that I think are really going to impact what we do at Sharkroll, the lottery product, absolutely amazing. If you've not seen it, or actually you've not seen it because it's not on production, I don't think as yet if the guys haven't pushed it. But the lottery product is amazing. That's going to be driving a ton of traffic for us. There's a raffle product coming as well. That's something that I think is going to also provide a huge amount of interest because, look, we know who our competitors are, right? We know they're stake.com, obviously the biggest when it comes to this space, but Roobets, Rollbits, BC Game, etc., etc. What we're trying to build is an industry winning and class leading product that is over and above what they have. And I think we're getting there. We haven't got a sports book yet. We're not going to build one. We're going to get one externally. We've already done the deal. That's coming down the line in Q4 this year. So that'll be really exciting. But I think the base product that we've built is fantastic. For example, just think about this. An example of the way that the guys think within the team, and this is a team effort. I don't want to take any of the plaudits for this, but most casinos have free spins, right? And free spins cost you money because you're basically taking a package from a third party slot provider. So we've come up with this idea that we're going to create our own free spin wheel, where the benefits are higher for the players. It's free for us to produce as far as the spins. Obviously, there was some development costs there, but long term, we can be so much more aggressive because of the zero cost base to our for our players. We can give them bigger prizes. I think one of the wheels is $1,000 giveaway. So if you can imagine what that's going to do to be driving traffic when we can give away 10 free spins for players, which is all in-house. Everything's been built in-house again, which only just builds the IP of the Shark Roll brand and of the Shark Roll business. It's phenomenal what we've been doing. So just those are a few examples, Eds. It's been a very busy time, but I think given everything that we're doing, all of the new products, all of the smaller incremental gains we've been making internally from a bonus module and adding the spins and the lottery and stuff like that. You dump in a load of new traffic that we're getting with all the affiliation and marketing we're doing. Boom, baby. This is we've got an exciting quarter coming up.
That's amazing. So when we can see the new stuff coming out, I mean, in terms of the lottery, the deposits, and everything else.
Look, we're in the final phase of testing for lottery. That should be this week. The spin wheel, the free spin wheel, that should, again, I would say if we're talking truthfully, I'd love it to be this week, but probably early next week. That's in its final stage of testing. I can show the lottery if you want, if that's something that the guys want to see. It works perfectly. It's a great product. Things are,
Yeah,
it's
that would be nice.
yeah, it's
Let's have
very early stages because let me just share my screen.
a little sneak peek.
A little sneak peek, yes, indeed. Share that quickly. You see my screen okay?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, good. So literally, go in and buy a ticket. Let's buy 10 tickets. Great. Buy instantly. There you go. Bought 10 tickets. Randomly picked. And literally, this is how good this system is. We've bought 10 tickets. We've got 14 hours before next prize. Obviously, we've not marketed this. This is all internal testing right now. But this is going to build and build and build. This could be hundreds of thousands of dollars because once we start affiliates looking at this, and we've got all of the associated marketing looking at this, these prizes could be huge, really huge. And it's great. We're not taking a huge amount out of it for ourselves because we know that if we keep the prizes high and the value high to the players, better than your national lotteries and stuff like that, then over time we will get a really good response to this particular product. And there's a daily raffle that's coming as well. Can't show you that. So we've got some really, really good stuff coming down.
I can see that in the middle you can view your tickets as well.
That's right. Yeah. So you can look. It's quick. And the nice thing about being inbuilt and not a third-party product, it's all built into the back office, right? And you can go in, you go to your profile, you can check what numbers you've chosen. It does it all randomly. You don't have to worry about, you can go and pick your numbers if you want, but you don't have to. So
And can you check the previous rounds as well? If you go back to the landing page. That because I see that it was a draw, right? Yes, yeah, today was a draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So latest winning numbers. So this is round 9 was to test. There's the numbers. And it shows you can just keep going back. Round 8, round 7, round 6. Look, it's quick, it's slick. I think it's so easy to navigate, gives you all the information that you need, where the prize pool's going, who's betting on what, etc., etc., etc. So, the guys have done a great job. I was not included. I was not involved in the design of this because there are guys that's much smarter than me and more technically able than I am that have built this, and they've done a really, really good job. So this is just one example of the level of professionalism and total investment that the guys have got into making sure that we are building a class leading product.
Mhm. That looks really good. Thank you very for the insights and also for the sneak peek what's happening in SharkRoll.
Well,
So
that it doesn't stop there, Edvard. We've got we now people need to understand the flow, right? Let me, if you don't mind me just quickly interjecting here, the flow of the way it works. So it's all very well having a great product, and it's all very well having, a ton of traffic. But if people can't deposit, okay, then it's pointless. It's like going to a supermarket and not having a checkout. How can it work? So what we did, and again, this is coming out of the show and what we've been building over the last 4 to 5 weeks. And again, the guys have pulled this over the line super quick. We've added 2 world-beating payment providers to SharkRoll. So we've got MySpendex, who have given us 60 different versions of a payment channel. So now we've got Apple Pay, we've got Visa, we've got MasterCard, we have global instant bank transfers. We've got e-wallets. We've got all of that under one integration, which the guys have done a really, really good job doing. That's live. We can take card payments and bank transfers from pretty much anywhere in the world. There's a few areas we can't, which like Iraq, Iran, war-torn countries, etc. But most of the world is now open to us for payments. Now, we did highlight the fact that we were a little bit behind the 8 ball when it comes to looking at what the Rollbits and Roobet and BC Game have. So again, coming out of the show, met a really, really good company called Uniwire. They're huge. They work with some of the biggest, like Tesla and stuff. They do work with. They have a great multi-chain, multi-token system that is super cheap for us as a provider. Like credit cards are expensive, right, for gaming. We could pay anywhere between 3 to 7%, depends where you are. But Uniwire was super important for us because what it did, we have obviously a few already tokens that you can deposit in, but they come in and instantaneously give us Bitcoin, USDC, Polygon, XRP, Solana, ETH, USDT, TON, TRX, Trump Coin, Shibu, Doge, plus another 30 or 40, I think 30 different tokens. And this is, remember, it's multi-chain, multi-token, and we're adding to that all the time. So what does that do? It gives us access to a plethora of new communities, a host of new players, and it really does widen the reach for SharkRoll. So you've got a great product, you've got some really, really good marketing going on, and now you've got payments as well. Boy, oh boy, that's a recipe for success, and we're really, really pulling that all together. Now, there is one facet that we are still working on, which is the retention side of things, because when you're paying all of this money for players to come in, we've got to make sure they stick around, right? And anyone that's been involved in buying, from Amazon or wherever people buy products from online, you'll know that you'll get regular emails and they understand you're buying your buying potential, and they understand what you look for, and they understand what you've bought in the past, and it's quite clever. And that's not by design, that's purely by really good technology looking at what you do. So what we're building is a system where we understand the player, how much they deposit, where they're from, what time of day do they play, what games do they play, what levels of their bets are, so we can try and understand the propensity for them to come and play again in SharkRoll. This is what all the casinos are doing, and this is what we have to do as well. So that's a super important part that we're actually building now, is a CRM system. Of course, we do it already, but having it where it's fully automated and not paying a gazillion dollars for one of these outsourced systems is something that I know the guys are not going to thank me for when I go knocking on my CTO's door saying, please help me with this CRM system, but it's going to come. They'll build it. It's going to be great. So yeah, look, We are moving at some pace. I'm sure you can hear my excitement in my voice. Every day is a journey of discovery for me within Shark Roll. We're doing really, really exciting stuff every day. Just little things like we've just taken on a brand new social media manager. He's got a huge amount of experience within the market across X and Discord and Telegram and stuff, and he's doing some really exciting stuff that will be coming out in the next week or two. So incremental gains that we're making, it's a pretty exciting time, and it's great to be able to share that with everybody.
Very nice. That sounds really good. So there's many big changes that are coming to Shark and already been done, as I see. So we're just gonna see the numbers coming up, and this casino start taking off like a rocket, right? That's good. That's really good.
Look, if you've got all the constituent parts that we've got, it's not about will we succeed or not, it's how big will we succeed. That's the question. How big can we get? And how can we grow, and can we build in line with our growth, right? Size of a team, understanding the pinch points of a business. And this is where, hopefully my experience comes in at 20 odd years in the gaming experience, to understand where those areas of exposure are going to be, to know that we're going to need an extra team member there. We're going to need a new app in this area. We're going to need to bring down the cost of this. And, we look at this on a daily basis, and this is the real things we have to struggle with on a daily basis. It's not, are we going to be successful? It's just, how quickly can we get there, and how efficiently we can get there, which is really the most important thing, because any idiot can drive traffic. It's if we can keep it, we can monetize it, and if we can make sure that we make profit from it, which is the most important thing.
Agreed. As the Western community who are invested into this project, I think we are pretty happy for now. Let's see what the rest of the things are coming up in August, and also we're going to do an update call maybe later August as well, to see how Shark Roll has been performing. If anyone has questions later on, just please free to direct it to me, and I will speak with the team. This video is going to be updated anyway on YouTube as well, so any comments, feel free to ask them there, and our team is going to respond it. And Barry, as always, thank you very much for coming to this meeting and give us an update. How is one of our investments going?
Your investment is very safe, and it's growing even without more players coming in. We've built, like, literally you could sell this product for multi-millions of dollars, because it's fantastic just on its own. So, we'll be spending it in the right way.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And appreciate everything. So, guys, thank you all for attending, from everyone. And if there's any questions to Barry or myself, let us know, please. Bye, everyone, and thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Bye, all.